less than a month after saying her office was ready for a looming statewide deadline to end paper filings in lawsuits and other civil cases. Cook County Circuit Court Clerk Dorothy Brown has asked to push back the start date a full year. Brown told the Tribune last month there may be some growing pains, but her office was ready to make an on-time transition from filing lawsuits in person at the downtown Chicago and suburban courthouses to filing from anywhere legal paperwork digitally. Nearly 62% of the county's roughly 178,000 civil filings so far this year have been on paper. I feel great about it because I've been pushing it from the day I took office, she said in November. Indeed, she campaigned back in 2000 on a promise of modernizing the office. But in a letter Thursday to the Illinois Supreme Court, Brown asked for a reprieve from the statewide requirement calling for almost all new civil cases to be filed electronically. She wants a full year's extension, until January 1, 2019, to get the job done. Brown wrote in the letter that the county's new vendor Tyler Technologies told her November 21 that it couldn't fully meet the state's January 1 deadline. The clerk's office considered using manual workarounds to initially cover the functionality gaps. However, it was decided that it would be best to request the extension so everything would be ready and in place for users at one time, Brown's spokeswoman Jalynn Strong wrote in an email to the Tribune. It is important to provide a complete, effective e-filing system for the Cook County Circuit Court that functions at a level of excellence. The letter to the Supreme Court, which oversees circuit court operations, was jointly signed by Cook County Chief Judge Tim Evans, who noted in his own letter Friday to Cook County judges that he wished the deadline had been met but that both Brown and the vendor told him the system would not be ready. I have taken this action only out of a concern that the process is not ready to move forward, Evans wrote in the memo, explaining why he backed Brown's bid for an extension. He noted that he hoped the switch to e-filing would happen before next year. A spokesman for the state Supreme Court said no decision had been reached about the requested extension. Brown's office, which the Tribune reported last year was under federal investigation for its hiring practices, does not exactly have a reputation for efficiency. Cook County board members this year cited their lack of trust in her staff when they approved a $1 million contract for a technology company to oversee the rollout of a nearly $37 million case management system, a digital library system of sorts for the county's massive trove of court filings by Tyler Technologies to replace the outdated mainframe system. The clerk's office is also facing a federal lawsuit alleging that it takes days or even weeks for electronically filed lawsuits to become public, even though paper filings are available the day they're filed. Nearly 2 years ago, the state Supreme Court ordered the shift to electronic filing, instructing all 102 circuit courts in the state to move to a system called e-filing run by Texas-based Tyler Technologies. 15 counties including Cook and DuPage that already had their own electronic filing system were given an extra 7 months to completely shift their old systems to e-filing.